Egyptians are like walking red flags. But like not just like walking red flags, like I mean like sirens. My top 3,
Yeah, you can rank them.
ملوخية and rose, shawarma and koshari and mahshi.
Well, they built the pyramids, so I guess
Did they?
Or did they?
According to my dad, the aliens with the I'm never being with an Arab. Never. You know, I'm gonna be with a white boy. And my mom was like, she said, you are gonna end up with an Arab man. And I was like,
but your mom ended up with a white man, so come on, hypocrisy.
When I went to Egypt, people they love staring over there.
They have staring problems.
You're like,
genuinely.
Do you recognize me or what?
What about like other celebs or athletes and stuff like that? Do you get that in your DMs?
I do get that.
Jeez.
Like the mental health aspect of being online and like the attachment to these notifications, and you know, you've been successful, mashallah, so alhamdulillah, but you know, there's a thing about attaching like self-worth and your value to like if a video does well.
My mom has a master's degree in Egyptology, so she was a tour guide.
Oh, wow.
And so she is like, any fact you want to know about ancient Egyptian history, like she has that in like a book in her brain.
I mean, you're taller than people think. What are you, like 5'10"?
I am 5'10".
Yeah.
I also have led some people to believe I'm 6'5".
You can't have a bad day in public. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then it'll go viral and for the wrong reasons, essentially.
Habibi House.
Thank you. All right.
Round of applause.
For Olivia, she's here for like 2 days in LA. Thank you for making the trip.
Where are you coming from?
DC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's jet setter between here and Egypt and all over the place. So
I've been everywhere recently.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
Nice. Are you on some sort of tour, or what do you?
I'm just taking the trips, honestly. Just
Traveling.
like whenever I have time, I'm just traveling.
Nice.
But yeah, we were getting into her last name. Where does Silfies come from? And like, do you say like, how do you pronounce it to people? Did I say it correctly?
It's Silfies.
Silfies.
It's a white last name.
Okay.
Everybody thinks it's kind of Arab, but
Does sound
So
Arab.
your dad is the white one.
my dad is the white one, and
And-
my mom's Egyptian.
Okay. And your mom's last name is
Mahdi.
Mehdi.
Fatin Mahdi.
And you kind of like switch names when you go to Egypt and okay.
It's
Yeah.
just easier. Like
Yeah.
people know me by like my last name, like generally, but especially when I'm there, like when I'm talking to somebody, they're like, "Oh, what's your name?" I'm like, "Olivia Mahdi."
Yeah.
It's
I
so
don't
much
want
easier,
It's
yeah.
so much easier.
You get a better discount that way too.
I mean, Silfi, like you said, does kind of sound Arab, almost like.
Well, it sounds like an
Silfi.
Arab saying selfie.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Right.
But
And no coincidence, you happen to be someone who went pretty popular for taking selfies and videos and pictures.
Yeah.
How did you get into that?
I posted a TikTok to like this Sarsageya song, kind of not your typical Arab music that like a girl would listen to, and I did like a lip sync video, and it went viral like because people couldn't put two and two together. Like there's this girl who looks white with blue eyes singing that song, and people they loved it.
Wow. That's dope.
I also have a lot of influencer friends in Egypt. So, I mean, this wasn't like the plan originally, but when that video took off, then they were like, why don't you just continue doing it? So I just kept pushing the influencer, TikTok, all that stuff.
Nice.
Do you like the word influencer?
It's not my favorite word.
I hate it.
It's not my favorite word. They're like, oh, what do you do? A content creator, but
yeah.
then like...
I influence people's decisions of what they do with their life. You know, no, I don't influence anybody.
We had this discussion when we on the first episode. Like, do you have to like use your platform for some sort of message, or for intentionally try to influence people to be considered an influencer, or is an influencer just anyone who's online, social media?
I think it's like whoever's.
Do you think there's different types of influencers?
I think there is different types of influencers. Like you could, you could just be posting content that's not necessarily influencing, but if you use your platform to speak about what's important, or like push an important message,
Yeah.
then like I consider yourself like an influencer.
Yeah.
But other than that, like if you're not doing that, I guess you're considered a content creator.
Fair. Yeah. I like that distinction. I think the word has kind of lost some of its influence. You know.
And when did that video go viral for the first time?
That was my junior year of high school, so that was the summer of 2021, I think.
Okay, so you're pretty. I mean, you've gotten popular very early in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I turned 21 in January, so
Oh, wow, okay.
it's been 3 or 4 years now.
Okay. Cool. And you've been able to travel the world doing it, essentially, and yeah, alhamdulillah. But yeah, I think just like navigating Egypt as an influencer too. I think you have to worry about things a little bit more, right? So, what's how do you navigate that?
Here compared to there is completely different for me personally.
Sure.
Here I don't stick out in general. In Egypt, I definitely do. Looks wise, like I have lighter hair, my eyes are they're blue, and I have lighter features than a lot of people. So
you're Lebanese, essentially.
Basically. And I stick out compared to a lot of people there. But I also have to realize, like I always have to keep in the back of my head there that people know me, people recognize me. So some things that here I'm not going to say like I wouldn't do or I would do. I just have to be a little bit more cautious when I'm in Egypt. I can't get necessarily like butthurt about certain people treating me certain ways because they know who I am or they know of me. But Egypt's also very dramatic.
Yeah.
like I always post on my socials like, hey, if you see me out in public, like come up and talk to me. Like
that's
I'm
why
not
you guys are
bite
like
you.
the best actors in the Middle East because everything's so dramatic over there.
No, exactly. People come up to me like they think I'm gonna be mean or I naturally have a really bad RBF. I could just be like staring at something. People think I'm mean. But there I have to be a little bit more cautious about how I treat people. I mean, like I'm not saying I treat people bad, but like if I'm not having the best day and somebody comes up to me and like I'm not in the mood, I have to be more like aware that it takes like one person that like I could be mean to unintentionally and then they're like, oh, Olivia's rude.
Right.
I think I was watching White Lotus the other day, and somebody like that's a famous kind of persona what they said was they have to be always on.
Yes.
And it's very exhausting because you can't like enjoy, like if you can't have a bad day in public, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then it'll go viral and for the wrong reasons, essentially.
Well, that's why here like I'm a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah.
Compared to like in Egypt where like again like you have like it's like a switch like when I'm there like it's on. When I'm in the Middle East it's on. When I'm in like a setting where I know there's a lot of Middle Eastern people, it's not like a face but it's like an interaction. Like I need to be like prepared that somebody's gonna come up to me. Or
well, that's that's I think for even most people in general, non-influencers alike, when you're in the Middle East, you have to kind of, especially when you're with family, you kind of have to like present the best version of yourself. Absolutely. Be on your P's and Q's. But yeah, I'm guessing for a celebrity, that's the extra, or like for a content creator, however you want to identify, whatever your pronouns are. I'm just kidding. You have to definitely be more aware, and that's like the crux or the responsibility, kind of like the double-edged sword. But do you have any stories of like people coming up to you that you'd want to share, or like interesting things that happen in Egypt? Or
I've had.
Do they just like stare at you all the time, and then like you don't know? Because when I went to Egypt, people they love staring over there.
They have staring problems.
You're like,
genuinely.
Do you recognize me or what? And then they just walk up to you or what?
I've had. First of all, Egyptians in general have staring problems, and every year and every time I go to Egypt, when I first get there, I'm like, why are people staring at me? I'm like, stop! Like you people are weird.
They like lock on.
Yeah, but it's not like they're just like looking and then looking away. They're like,
no, yeah.
I'm like, what are you looking at?
They only get one look,
so
they're trying to use their one look
but
wisely.
It's like, why are you looking at me like that?
Is it like a judgy look, you think, or just inquisitive?
No, a lot of them are judgy looks. I swear.
The Arab aunties,
from women or aunties? Or?
Both. No, men and women.
Men are. Do you think it's both the same reason?
Like, no.
Definitely not.
I mean, if you look out
my
of
brother.
You look out of place, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I do look. I mean,
Because they expect you to be like ajnabi, right, or like something like.
yeah.
And
And then I come out with like full blown Alexandrian
Yeah.
Arabic, and they're like,
So because you're fluent in Arabic.
I am.
تحكي عربي؟
بتكلم عربي.
الله تمام.
تعمل ايه؟
It's the only Egyptian.
زيك.
But yeah.
So no, did you have a story?
I do have a story actually. I was in the mall, and there was a group of girls, and they kind of had their phones out, and they were like in the corner like this. And like I recognize, I know it's kind of like a antenna. Like I know when people recognize me, even if they don't have their phones out, but they just kind of, they'll look at me like a few times.
Yeah.
And if I like get the chance, or like they're not too far away, like I'll walk by and just like casually be like, oh hi, just like stuff like that. But over the summer actually, I was at the gym in Alex, and I got done with the gym. I post like pretty frequently on Snapchat, and there's multiple branches to the gym that I go to, but I guess I had posted that I was at the gym at that time. And I got out of the gym, and there was some guy waiting for me under the gym.
Under the gym.
Yeah, because
it's like
the gym is like in an apartment building.
Oh, okay.
So
like parking lot.
The parking lot it's not like it's like a parking garage, so it goes underneath. And so I get out of the gym, I come down the stairs, and there's some guy like he's just standing there, which like isn't uncommon. Like it's a busy street.
Taxi.
Yeah, that street is crazy. So I come down and I see this guy, and he's like, "Oh, you're Olivia," and I was like, "Yeah." And like I'm looking at the garage guy, and I'm like, "Oh, can I have my car, please?"
Yeah.
Please.
Right.
Sit up.
And my trainer upstairs, I've been with my trainer for a few years, so he knows me pretty well. And so I come down, he's like, "You're Olivia?" And I was like, "Yeah, nice to meet you." And he's like, "Oh, can we be friends?" And I look at him, and I was like, yeah, I'll be friends.
That's such a weird question.
The lesson here is always use the buddy system when you're going to a parking garage after the gym. And
it wasn't even the parking garage. It was literally the street. Like I just came down the stairs, and the parking garage isn't like you come down into the street, and the parking garage is to the right of it, and then it's like its own entrance.
Yeah. So post when you're like the gym content
like after I leave.
After you left.
It wasn't like I get people coming up to me, and like that's like normal, and I don't mind it at all. I love it actually. But it was just like he like was talking to me, and I just got out of the gym, and like I was like low key a little uncomfortable because he's like, "Can you follow me? Can I have your number?" And I was like, "Oh, actually, my phone's dead."
Yeah.
Man, navigating that, you have to be nice too. Like if you like freak out, then it's.
He ended up DMing me like 20 times after,
Jeez.
and I told my trainer, he's like, "Next time that happens, come back up into the gym, and I will walk you out to the garage." And I was like, "You know what?"
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well, are you still friends?
I don't think they ever became friends.
He's
Like
talking to himself in the DMs, bro.
I'm sure you get a lot of that, like
Man.
people talking to themselves in the DM.
Yeah.
That must be.
It was 2 accounts.
Do you have some?
too.
Do you manage your own account? Do you have somebody doing that for you?
I do manage my own accounts, but I have people like kind of on the back end of things sometimes, emails and whatnot, PR, like that stuff. I'm not great with emails.
But in terms of like as a 21-year-old dealing with obviously like chronically online, so like it's your job, social media, it must get really like toxic, and the mental health issues and stuff like. There is no shame in having somebody like look through your comments and or do you have like a kind of like a filter for words that
I actually don't.
Yeah.
I think, and I stand by this, I think that people who are brought into the social media world are brought into it for a reason. I don't think that everybody is built for social media.
Sure.
I'm a firm believer of that. Everybody handles like criticism differently and hate differently, but personally, if you take the time out of your day to comment something negative on my account, like something that I did triggered you enough to like take the time to comment that, I don't have a filter. Sometimes I don't even bother looking through comments. I look at my DMs sometimes for like entertainment.
To come on the Habibi House podcast. Yes.
For sure. I do look through them. Like some people don't think that people look through their DMs.
Yeah.
I look through all my DMs. You
just never hit accept
Yeah.
request.
Even
No.
the hidden
Oh,
folder.
no.
Do you go to the hidden folder? Like that's
Yeah,
a-
sometimes I
that's
do.
disturbing.
Those are
That's
like
treacherous.
like if you wanna have a good laugh,
Yeah.
and you just, or it's just like you like look at these and you just shake your head. You're like, this is insane.
Yeah.
What about like other celebs or athletes and stuff like that? Do you get that in your DMs?
I do get that.
Jeez.
Any noteworthy?
Do you don't have to name drop? You know?
I won't name drop at this very moment.
Yeah.
But
Is it more NFL, NBA? Like.
I can't name drop at this very moment. But
I'd like to buy a vowel.
Yeah. A.
No.
We don't. There's like literally no vowels in those acronyms. But anyway, so
Do you have your notifications turned off?
on Instagram, I don't. No, I have my DM notifications on, but I don't get all the notifications. I don't know what I did, but I don't get all of them. So it's like when I have the mental energy to look, I look.
It's got to be a good, fun pastime.
I just sometimes like my phone on DND, and I hate like my phone being on DND, but sometimes like I need to look at these things when I want to look at these things. Like I don't need to like flip my phone and be like, oh my god.
Yeah. How do you deal with like I don't know if it seems like you were transitioning into this, but like the mental health aspect of being online and like the attachment to these notifications, and you know you've been successful, mashallah, so alhamdulillah, but you know there's a thing about attaching like self-worth and your value to like if a video does well or it doesn't do well. Like if you had issues dealing with that or ups and downs in that regard.
I've definitely had ups and downs. I've had extremes up and extreme downs fully. And it's interesting because I will put in so much effort and work into a video and it does horribly.
Yeah.
And then I'll take a video where it's just like the most random, no effort, and it does so well.
Yeah.
So what I've kind of learned, especially on TikTok more than anything, is like just post it. Just post it, because whether it does good or whether it does bad, like you're not gonna lose anything.
Yeah, can't predict it either.
Instagram, I'm a little bit more strategic with what I post because I kind of have learned like the algorithm and what does well and what doesn't. But there are still things that shock me mentally. It's not like I have an expectation, but I can't set the bar too high, or else I'll get a little bit like bothered by the fact that like what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
But again, a lot of these things are just like out of my control.
For sure.
Like I can't control the algorithm.
Yeah. And for those listening that don't know your content, would you explain briefly like what category of content I guess you do?
I do Arab like lip syncing, Arab relatable content for a lot of people that are in the States and their heart is back at home, or they feel like they're split in between the U.S. and the Middle East. I kind of like to connect with people on that, but I also just like to do like kind of funny Arab skits sometimes. Sometimes I throw my mom in there, my friends. Really? So I also take a lot of pride in just the fact that I am Egyptian.
Yeah.
So I do like to do a lot of content that has to do with like the Egyptian side of me.
Yes.
Nice.
I mean, you are like the quintessential representative of Arab American, and this is what we've been trying to do for this podcast too. So, yeah, I appreciate you coming on the show and talking. But going back to like Egypt and navigating that, what about you obviously like stay away from the political sphere to obviously everything that's been the tragedies that have been happening. How do you navigate that? Like, do you feel like an urge that you want to post and you feel like you can't about that stuff, especially when you're in Egypt, since it's a little bit more, there's a little bit more of a chokehold of what can come out?
I think that politically, politics in Egypt among like our age group is not as popular as politics is here.
Sure.
Like, you could ask more people here about like whether they're tapped in or whether they're not with politics here, and they'll be like, yeah, I saw this and this and this and this on the news today. Ask somebody in Egypt, they're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I tend to stay away from politics because everybody has their own opinions, and everybody has their own opinions. End of the day.
Yeah.
So that's just something that I never kind of wanted to go into.
Yeah.
Were you saying that people don't care about politics over there as much, or they're just like
Afraid,
they have
maybe?
other stuff to worry about?
I don't know if they don't care. I mean, I assume that they don't necessarily care because things just happen. I personally don't even know everything that's happening in the Egyptian government. I really couldn't tell you. All I know is that every single year I go and there's like 20 new buildings up and this road changed and there's a new bridge over there. So like,
Well, they built the pyramid, so I guess
Did they?
or did they?
according to my dad, the aliens put them there.
Wait, your dad thinks it's the aliens?
The aliens,
He always
the
teases-
illegal aliens.
He always teases my mom because my mom, the way that they met is my mom has a master's degree in Egyptology, so she was a tour guide,
Oh, wow.
and so she is like any fact you want to know about ancient Egyptian history, like she has that in like a book in her
Wow.
brain. And whenever we're like talking about it, he'll be like, "Yeah, I guess the aliens just put them there," and she was like, "No, they didn't."
So she believes the locals built the pyramid.
The-
See,
the fam-
knowing Egyptians, it is not far off for them to build a pyramid. Like we were at Bassem, a notable Egyptian Bassem Youssef's show
Yeah.
yesterday, and he was talking about like people always want to say the aliens built it or like this group built it. He's like, dude, like why can't we? have
Why
built
can't
it?
we?
Yeah.
Why didn't we do it?
Right.
And it's funny because Egyptians are in like a way like the ones that in like at least in Jordan, a lot of them are the ones in construction and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So he was comparing like Mexicans and Egyptians.
I guess it is.
Don't be spoiling his work.
I guess yeah, we might cut that one. But anyways, so yeah, are you a fan of like because he was obviously one of the most notable political, kind of influencers.
Well, he's like known as the Jon Stewart of the. Well,
Yeah.
He's like a mixture of Robin Williams and Jon Stewart.
Yeah, my mom always says
Um,
that he's like Robin
yeah.
Williams.
Yeah. So, obviously, his story, like being exiled from Egypt and then kind of finding a second wind here in the United States. Did you follow that, or kind of just more like recently?
I think I've definitely been following him more recently. My parents personally, they love him.
Yeah.
They've seen him multiple times. My mom was actually talking to me about it when I was home this past weekend. And she's like, look, I found this picture of your dad with Bassem Youssef from like 2 years ago and then like last year. So
Nice.
they're big fans of him. I've always seen him around. I've always heard things about him. I've been more tapped into what he's been doing more recently.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just because now like I'm older, I understand more of like what's going on. When I was younger, he was just kind of more like, oh, like he's on TV, like oh my
Yeah.
parents like him.
Yeah.
You could probably go. He has another show tonight. You could go see him
That would be so
at the
cool.
Improv or Comedy Store. One of
He
those.
is funny.
Yeah.
I always watch his like
Yeah.
stuff. When he came out with was it Pierce?
Piers
Piers
Morgan.
Morgan.
Yes,
Yeah.
I watched
That
that
was like-
thing and
yeah.
I was like, my head was on fire. Like I was watching that thing. I
He
remember
was so good.
I was on the bus to a game and I'm like watching this thing and like I'm like sitting on the seat and like I'm like staring at the
Edge
screen
of
like
your
this.
seat. Yeah.
And my coach was like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "Do not talk to me right now."
Yeah, no, he definitely put it all out there. and, like,
Absolutely.
Yeah, what position do you play?
I'm a right side and a middle.
Nice.
I've been switching around a little bit.
You're still playing right now for
Mhm.
college.
For college, yeah.
I mean, you're taller than people think. What are you, like 5'10"?
I am 5'10".
Yeah.
I also have led some people to believe I'm 6'5".
Why?
I don't know. It's just funny. It's just been like an ongoing joke on my Snapchat, and people are like, "How tall are you?" And I'm like 6'5". And
that's
then
a run- yeah.
people go to like Google and like they'll Google my name, and it's like somebody said the other day that they looked me up on Google, and it's like Olivia Silfies' height, and it's like my roster picture with my height, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, that's funny. So it's like
6'7"?
common search.
Yeah,
Are you trying to pursue that professionally?
I had the I have the opportunity to, like I did this past summer. I had the opportunity to practice with some of the pro teams in Alex, like the Neddies, and I really enjoyed it. But I think that physically my time with volleyball is coming to a close.
Oh no.
I love volleyball.
Yeah.
I love it. I've been playing it my whole life, but I think playing it for fun, like grass tournaments, sand tournaments, like in the summer, that type of stuff. But I think after my 4 years, it's kind of gonna come to a close. I wouldn't mind coaching though at all.
Yeah.
I still have so much love for the sport. I think it's so much fun, but physically, it's
taxing,
taken-
yeah.
When you
it's
say
taken a toll.
physically, yeah, like what do you
Olympics
experience?
are coming.
Yeah, please represent Egypt.
You're
Win a
gonna-
gold for us.
You're
You
gonna
know?
see me on the bench.
Oh, did they have a good team?
I honestly haven't followed with their women's volleyball team. I do follow their club teams in Egypt. They are pretty good.
Yeah.
I do know that, but I haven't really followed.
But it's not. You're on the court, not the beach, right? Like sand.
Yeah, they do court.
Okay.
I do know that their women's beach team is pretty decent, and their men's too. But I don't.
It'd be unfortunate since like there's so much sand in Egypt if they weren't. JK.
You're only 21 though. What are you experiencing physically from like the sporting aspect?
My knees are like I have knees of glass at this point. Like on the flight on the way here, like I got off the mind you I was in an exit row.
Yeah.
And I got off the flight. I was like, my knees are killing me.
Damn.
I mean, every year the space between the seats on the plane just gets smaller and smaller. Yeah.
Yeah, but physically, I've just like and every season. My coaches never know what to expect. Like shoulder, knee, ankle. Yeah. My hip, my back's out of alignment. I blew my knee out a few years ago. That has been like the biggest toll like on my knees. So now I gotta wear a knee brace every single practice, and I gotta get my knee taped. And it's just like physically, I have been through the ringer.
Right.
I mean, it's a very taxing sport on the joints. You have to do a lot of. Which position are you? You said you.
I'm a middle and a right
Does
side.
that mean you have to dive and stuff and save the ball often, or?
No, I'm like on the front of the net. Like
You're
I'm
the
right.
one
Yeah,
blocking?
I block a lot.
Spiking.
So
Because of your height.
spiking.
Yeah.
Got it.
She's 6'5",
Yeah.
6'7".
And your
6'5".
vert is at least like 50 inches too. Yeah. So
Over the
flying.
net.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something we all kind of have to let go of at some point, right? Like our professional sporting aspirations, and like realize whether we're doing it or not. I remember that moment for me.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
What did you think you were gonna play?
I was a goalkeeper for soccer, and I was doing pretty well. But I think my peak was like sophomore year, and then I
college?
transferred
High school.
of high school. I
high
transferred schools at that point.
Tough college.
I was like college. Yeah.
Roasted.
No, my peak was like 6th grade.
Yeah. I peaked athletically in 6th grade.
I mean,
not really.
I played through senior year. I was starting JV keeper since a freshman.
JV.
I mean, sorry, I was starting varsity A keeper since a freshman,
Oh.
This is in Jordan.
all the way through senior year. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I played for like a Jordanian club or two, and trained with like the national team and stuff. But yeah, anyway, at some point you have to reckon with the fact that like, you know what, something you loved so much you just no longer do basically at all.
Yeah.
Because when you're not doing it professionally, it's just not the same.
No.
Going to like intramural game here and there.
It's definitely something that I've had to think about really hard, especially the last few years with school and with work and social media and whatnot, because social media has definitely become more of a full-time thing for me.
Yeah.
So sacrificing time, and these are also conversations that I've had with my coaches and my teammates and my parents. Volleyball, as much as I love it, the time, the effort, the physical impact, all of it that I've put into it my whole life. How far is that going to take me after college?
Sure.
Like I love it. I love playing the game. My sister plays too. She actually just committed to playing college next year.
Wow.
It's been like in the family like our whole lives basically. But like after college, where is that going to take me? Like where is volleyball? Where is it going to take me?
Yeah.
So sacrificing like a practice or a game for something that's actually going to benefit my future is more important to me. And that's also a conversation I had with my coach, that like some things I have to sacrifice a practice or a game for my future, for things that are going to benefit me post college, post athlete.
But can't college athletes make money now?
They can, yeah.
So have any brands or anybody come up to you?
I have worked with a few brands. I worked with Stanley as an athlete.
The cup?
Yeah.
Oh.
I worked with Stanley.
No, the Marvel guy.
Stanley?
Allah yarham. I guess we can't say that about him technically. Go ahead.
How was that working with Stanley?
I really enjoyed working with them. It was a short period of time, but they were really good to work with.
That's a cool company.
I carried those cups around, and I still do. I love it, but like everybody would be like, "Why are you carrying that thing around?" I'm like,
Please, did you see that TikTok trend of the girl with the Stanley Cup on the Stairmaster?
No, I didn't see that one.
I don't know. It kind of blew up randomly. Maybe it's my FYP because I'm on the Stairmaster a lot. But talking about sponsors, let's talk about the brands we got, like the ones that we're wearing. So
Real quick before we get into the sponsor break, I did want to say, like, Egypt is one of the only countries in the Middle East where they have sporting, like, structured at a high level where you could kind of go pro.
Absolutely.
Like, I have a friend that's a dentist that I grew up with that's now playing, like, for like, a club in Egypt, pretty much half-time, like, his full-time dentist, full-time player. We had Abdurrahman Al-Arabi, you know.
That's one of my good friends,
Haridi,
too.
yeah.
Haridi.
You're friends with Haridi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say, these sports facilities in Egypt
Yeah.
over the last few years are insane. Like,
Yeah.
and I think, I don't know why I personally feel like sports in Egypt is bigger than it is in the States. Like, everybody in Egypt is playing a sport. Even when you're even when you're not playing professionally or you're not playing for a team. I know my friends that play pickup every single night of the week.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, they're on the court or they go play handball or basketball.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but the facilities at this point and the amount of things that they always have set up,
Are they good?
they are good.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Like Red Bull Egypt also, they started like really pushing like the athlete thing. So they're doing like CrossFit, and they have basketball tournaments, and like sports is really, really big in Egypt. They're
Nice.
also building a new stadium. It's huge right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Egypt's always been like kind of the go big or go home of everything in the Middle East. You know, the Hollywood, the sports. I didn't know that they're even.
Well, they got 150 million of them or something, you know. So,
There's
That's
a lot of us.
a lot of people. Yeah, cool.
so
Do you ever think about getting into like film and TV and stuff?
I did start getting into a little bit of TV over this past December, January. I shot my first commercial, and
Nice.
it's been airing on like the Egyptian channels like for Ramadan during the shows.
Nice.
So super excited about that.
What is it
And
for?
It's for this company called Murano. It's like a textile and furniture company.
Okay.
And that was the first time I shot like a real commercial. And it's funny, I was there for 13 hours. And we ended up shooting, because you have to be like on call at like all times.
Yeah.
We ended up shooting for 2 hours for one section and like an hour and a half for another section. And then I saw the commercial and it was like 2-second clip
Oh,
and then
wow.
like 1 second clip at the end. But I'm gonna
That's how it
definitely.
is.
I didn't mind it. I think I'm definitely gonna get more into that. I really enjoyed it actually.
Yeah.
But that's been something that
Yeah, I
I
can see that.
discovered recently.
Sweet. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of a Swiss Army tool of like things you could do online, TV, you know, and, you know, that's cool.
What are your goals right now for like the next like 5 years, or like not even that, like what is your biggest dreams, you know?
Where do you see it all kind of going?
Where do I
what is
see
your
it?
dreams?
You know,
Please.
because we are manifesting it
Yes.
today. No,
Or
Yeah.
woman festing.
We're woman.
Sorry.
We're woman festing.
person
Whoa.
festing.
That's a new one.
Yeah.
I definitely want to keep growing with what I'm doing.
Like social media stuff.
Social media
You like it?
stuff.
You like it?
I do like it. I
That's
think I'm
good.
very fortunate, like, alhamdulillah, that I get to do this stuff every day.
Mhm.
I
And good thing you like it, because some people will be like,
Some people
"Ugh,
don't."
I hate my life. I need to, post this, and at least you like it.
As they're at the Ritz Carlton, like
Yeah, it's like
paid
be a
free
doctor.
vacation.
Yeah.
like that. I always think that I'm like, I got very fortunate. Like, look, I'm in LA right now, like on a Thursday. It's
Yeah.
like, but I can do my job from my phone and anywhere.
Yeah.
Which I got very, very fortunate, alhamdulillah. But I just want to keep doing the social media thing, keep growing. I'm working on getting back into modeling a little bit more and taking that more serious.
Yeah.
That's like the U.S. kind of end of things. In Egypt, definitely want to get more into like the commercials and the TV scene. That I did really enjoy that, and modeling out there is also like a different scene than the modeling here. So stuff like that and events, and I also have some things that I'd like to work on out there, like brand wise and like creating my own things.
Yeah.
But that's where I kind of want to be in the next few
That's cool.
years.
Have
Yeah.
you?
And why do you want this job? No, I'm just kidding. Sounds like a job interview.
No,
And that is why.
Yeah.
Is there like there's money out there, right? Like all these brands have money, basically. Like it's not like the broke Middle East that we all think about, right?
There's a lot of money in the Middle East. I think more than people think. Like there's a stigma in the States that the Middle East doesn't have money. There definitely is. Like there's things always happening. Like there are obviously like anywhere, like there is the wealthy and then there is the poor, but there's a lot of stuff going out there, more than people realize out here.
Sure.
Yeah.
I believe that.
I think it's about spending money with, I always, I've been trying to say this term more like circular economy. We need to spend money within ourselves instead of spending money with like in other countries and outsourcing things, keeping I think the
dollar in the community.
Yeah, the gap between
the dirham. Or no, what do you call it? The gnee.
The gnee. The gnee.
But yeah, like keeping the money within the country would, obviously prop up the economy better. So we've been trying to push that between us as Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
That's why they charge foreigners extra if you want to go to see the pyramids.
They do.
No, they do. Like,
they real life do.
Right. By the way, extra means like what? Like
no, like 10 times.
$10 more.
No, 10 times.
I don't know. Ask her mom. She was
10 times as much, right? Like
no, it's a good amount. Like when I go to,
because I was there, I had to say I was Lebanese, and they give us like the okay discount. They knew I was
they didn't
American.
give you the full. They give you the
nos. But
we went. My sister.
You're American, they'll.
No, exactly. Like my sister had a shoot at Saada Pyramid, like the step pyramid, and the guy was like, American. I looked at him. I was like, لا. He was like, you speak Arabic? قال لي like أنت بتكلمي عربي؟ قلت له آه. And he was like, and my mom was like, no way, you're questioning my daughter right now. My mom pulls out her like. Her carnet, her what's it called?
Tour guide.
Her tour guide license. She's like, no way, you're questioning
she
my
keeps
daughter.
that thing on her,
She does. And she's like, if you think my daughter, and I was like,
wow, love that.
I was like, Mama, you got it. But they give you like a Egyptian price compared to like an American price.
Yeah.
And they do student prices now too.
Oh really?
Yeah, but if you think I'm gonna whip out like my American university
you're automatically back in the high price range. That's funny.
So talking about keeping the money within our own community, we got
the sponsors.
You like that? We got the sponsors. We got a double feature today.
Double sponsor.
We got Palestinian Hustle. We got KOURIS. Looking good.
Yes, sir. Got the tatreez. We got
a little
the
bit
hustle.
little bit of Jackson Market.
A little bonus.
Little
Jackson.
bonus.
Where's that one from?
We appreciate them.
This is Palestinian Hustle.
Oh, I like that.
It's like
I like that.
Military.
It's
style.
giving very military.
Can I get one of those?
Yeah,
brother?
you can. Yeah.
The Gaza?
Yes.
All right.
You're from here. This is.
That's
your
what I'm
place,
saying.
yeah.
I got the sticker on my laptop. I love this
like
logo.
that color.
This is so good, and then like the design with the ocean in there. Sick.
So
super army.
I don't know. Is it? It's like water going.
Hustle.
But yeah, you dressed it up with the hat. Yeah.
I should have worn this one. This one's really nice. Also, I went to USC, so it's like
the colors.
Yeah,
represent.
You can take that one if you want.
Representation.
But yeah, so a little bit of a merch plug here. So at Habibi House, we're all about uplifting our community, and today's episode is dedicated to Palestinian brands making an impact, blending culture, craftsmanship, and purpose while giving back.
So KOURIS.
KOURIS is that brand, right?
Yeah, KOURIS is the one with the tatreez. They have like the
I like that.
fusion.
I like the. It's gorgeous. The
Isn't
quality's so good.
Yeah, it's a nice.
Is it? Do you mind? Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna gift you a package
excited.
soon. Yeah.
Nice.
I like that because
But,
he gave me. I need one of them sweaters. Give me a. Hey
Yeah.
guys, use my code Habibi20 for for
his
20%
personal
off.
code.
It's
Yeah.
like for all of us.
But yeah,
I love that they I love that they blend like the modern style with like the tatreez. Like it's super cool looking, but at the same time traditional. And in their words, it's a Palestinian heritage, redefining Palestinian heritage through premium streetwear. It was designed in NYC by a Palestinian founder and crafted with Arab-owned supply chain, which I think is cool to keep, like we said, the gnei in the chain. Their luxurious Pima cotton hoodies, tees, and sweatpants are inspired by the rich storytelling of tatreez embroidery, like we said. So elevate your wardrobe, but with meaning.
And Atif?
Spread love, help others, and always hustle. That's the Palestinian hustle motto right there.
Yeah.
Do you remember the story of how they found it?
It was a dad and his daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Named Bella.
Bella.
Yeah. Bella
Tell
and
me
Sam
more.
Yeah. So Bella and Sam are they're great friends of mine. They've been really helping us out with the spot. I mean, they were our first sponsor, so they believed in us for the
Day
first
one.
sponsor.
Yeah.
Day ones.
Day
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're a father-daughter duo. It honors Palestinian culture while actively supporting refugee aid, funding art and music programs in Gaza,
Nice.
and collaborating with Palestinian creatives. Their motto: spread love, help others, and always hustle. So if you shop KOURIS official with Habibi20 and shop Palestinian hustle with Habibi House, you're gonna get 20% off your next order. So check
You're
them out.
welcome.
All right, so go buy one of each at
Yeah.
least. What for?
So
Yeah, man, it's always
I like
dope
it.
to rock our own. I was telling Atif, like, you need some more merch stuff. So here
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
I like wearing our stuff out. Like, why would I just wear a T-shirt?
Why would I wear a T-shirt
I
when I wear
don't-
my
Yeah,
T-shirt?
yeah,
I don't wear like anything else anymore other than
and not just
stuff.
our stuff, like our as a community.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
I love it.
yes, sir.
What's your favorite? I like that shirt, and I like this one. And then those ones, I don't know, what is that? Like, it's almost like some Aztec-y, like, what did you call it in Arabic? What is it?
Tatreez.
Tatreez? What is that?
Tatreez is
that just
the
design?
is the embroidery. So
a
usually,
style of embroidery, yeah.
it's actually like woven, and they have like little like rocks and stuff. That it's like you see those Palestinian dresses, but they've made it to where it's just print instead of, so it's more modern in that sense. But yeah.
Do you I know you're friends with Big Omar, you know.
I am.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
He's the one that actually referred us to you, and he has his own brand. We're actually trying to talk about maybe using some Egyptian, you know,
Kemet.
yeah, he's got his own brand, Kemet. Do you feel like why does it matter to support our brands? Like, how do you feel about that?
I think it's really important to support the brands. Actually, funny story, Kemet was my first ever like partnership brand deal. Like
for real?
of like
Really?
all my social media like endeavors, they were my first ever.
Yeah.
I actually still wear their stuff to this day,
Nice.
fully.
It's a sports wear brand, right?
It's got like the hieroglyphic kind of vibe
yeah.
to it, yeah.
But I think it's super important, like local brands, like supporting your own people.
Yeah.
It's very, very important. I see that a lot in Egypt, especially in the local brand space. Like local brands here are looked at like a little bit smaller, but I think that it's even more important to support those brands in the States.
Yeah.
Support
Yeah.
your own people.
No, absolutely. Plus, it's cool that there's so many options now, and that we're
Yeah.
using our, because for a long time, others have profited off of our own goods and our own like culture. So
Egyptian cotton.
yeah, Egyptian cotton is a good example. We got to take
Good stuff.
ownership of our culture.
But we could do like a rapid fire section now. We can get a little bit more trendy in terms of social media because we have a professional here. So
Yeah, how we're gonna go viral?
Let's go viral.
Say
with
something
this- yeah.
crazy.
How do we do this right now?
Okay, so what is the country that has the biggest red flags in terms of Arab men? Like, and you rate them if you want.
I think Egyptians
For real?
and then
Okay.
Palestinians.
Okay.
What's wrong with them?
I'm like traumatized. Egyptians are like walking red flags. But like not just like walking red flags. Like I mean like sirens and like flashing lights and
Jeez,
they're liars.
And
who hurt you, Olivia?
All of them.
I guess
It's too many.
they're liars.
This is the drama coming out. You're
Liars.
working.
They're
Yeah,
liars
like,
and they're so
cry.
dramatic.
I need to see a tear right now.
What
But,
about what about Egyptians specifically? Because some of them can be players, I guess. Or what?
No, there's something to say about the Egyptians being players.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think I was like, oh, the Arabs, because
Yeah.
for the longest time, if I'm being so honest, I was like, I'm never being with an Arab,
Mm-hmm.
never. I'm gonna be with a white boy. And my mom was like, she said you are gonna end up with an Arab man. And I was like,
But
oh.
your mom ended up with a white man. So come on, hypocrisy.
My mom is. I wouldn't say. My mom's just not as. My mom is more mellow than me. Like I'm very like I this and this
Right.
and I need to do this and this is like I'm very like
Fiery.
I'm very Arab
Right.
woman desk like
Right. Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
All right, most elite Arab dish. What's your number one?
What's your favorite Arabic
You could
food?
go
Why?
Egyptian specifically.
I don't my top 3
Yeah,
there
you can rank them.
ملوخية and
Okay.
roz, shawarma
Okay.
and koshari
Ooh.
and mahshi.
Mahshi.
Ooh, like
Mahshi.
See, I think we can set shawarma like aside for a different category.
That's a street food
Yeah,
vibe.
that's
Yeah.
not tabikh.
Yeah.
So I
I mean,
guess.
kushari is like street food, no?
No,
It's like poor people food.
oh shit.
I mean,
Okay.
Theoretically, like yeah.
Yeah, and but it's great. I loved it.
I love
when I went
that
to Egypt, it was my
delicious.
favorite food.
Yeah.
That and Pizza Hut.
all the carbs.
Kentucky.
Yeah, kushari is just carb central. It's just
Oh yeah.
pasta, rice,
Lentils.
lentils.
The thing is, like, it's so heavy.
Do you put the you put the spicy the
I put a little
green-
Oh, you
bit.
got
I
some.
do a lot of garlic. I love garlic.
Yeah.
So the whole bottle.
The onions
It's
too,
usually
like
mixed,
the
mixed
Yeah.
in the garlic and the shatta all together.
No, they have them
Oh,
like
they have the red
now.
one,
They
too.
have them like when you go to the restaurants,
Yeah.
like Koshari King or like whatever it's
Is that what it's called?
Or
Koshari King.
Koshari Tahrir. That's what
Tahrir,
it's
yeah,
called.
is it a
Koshari
chain?
King is in
Is
Virginia.
it chain or what?
There's
Yeah.
a Kushari
Okay.
King in Virginia.
Yeah,
Wow.
I do make.
That's
a
definitely ran
friend-
by the feds for sure.
Oh, there's an Arab community.
It's right next to Langley.
Langley. They're like, what? Yeah. Okay.
At the restaurants now, they have like the bottles, like
Oh.
the garlic bottle, the garlic and lemon, and then they have like the
Mm.
shatta. And when you take it for like takeout now, they have them in like packets, like like instead of
Really?
like ketchup packets, it's like
Yeah.
shatta and garlic.
Wow.
I'm like, can I have 10 of those?
Yeah.
Doom to go.
Standardization.
Stand of,
I
uh,
like it.
You need to bring some kushari places here. I
I
don't
don't
know.
have any here.
No, they do. What
I
are you
mean, we
talking
have
about?
an Egyptian
Al-Layali.
Layali.
Yeah.
It's an Egyptian restaurant
Have
that
you-
is pretty good kushari.
Yeah,
It's,
super
it's
good.
you know, it's a shame you're staying in downtown because the Hollywood, West Hollywood area, and even the
Yeah.
West Side has a lot of the places that we usually frequent. So
I
Yes.
haven't had koshari. I was so disappointed. I went to Egypt for like 3 weeks. I didn't have
Mhm.
koshari, and I didn't have molokhaya, and I didn't have
Mm.
mahshi, and I was like, why?
Dang.
I don't know. Like it's like one of those things. Like okay, we're gonna have it tonight.
Yeah.
We're gonna have it tonight. We're gonna go get it tonight, and then we just never did.
What
Yeah.
did you eat?
I don't know.
I was about to say.
Shawarma, I eat a lot.
okay,
I
shawarma.
eat a lot of shawarma when I'm in Egypt. It's ridiculous. We have like our shawarma like down the street, and like my mom will call. I'll be like, I want an extra large shawarma, extra tom. Bring it to me.
Extra pickles?
Extra pickles.
Nice.
do you have a Did you ever learn to cook with your mom if she does cook?
She does. She
Yeah.
does cook. My mom cooks a lot.
Okay.
I get like when I go home, I'll come back with like 4 containers. And my roommates are like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it. It's not yours. You're not gonna like it."
Yeah, it's bad.
But my mom has always cooked like my whole entire life. I've learned to like kind of pick up. I picked up on a lot of stuff.
What do you
from
know
her.
how to cook?
I'm on my clean eating journey right now.
Okay.
Meal prepping?
So grilled
Lettuce.
chicken and broccoli.
I just I
With
like
extra tuna.
You like
with
vegetables?
extra. I do. I'm
like
like a
garlic.
rabbit.
Mm.
I love my vegetables, but like I'm always putting like za'atar, like anything I make.
Oh yeah.
Like I'll put like I'll make chicken. I'll just like throw za'atar in there, and everybody's
I was
like,
making some eggs yesterday. Put some
Za'atar.
za'atar. It slapped. I'm not gonna lie.
Labneh. I eat like that
What-
whole container
yeah.
lasts me like 4 days.
When was the last time you had a manouche?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I had one 2 weeks ago.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. My mom gets them from like the Arabic store back at home, like the
Really?
frozen ones, and she sends them. She's like, "Here you go." So I just
Nice.
like have like ones with za'atar. I have one with lahma on it. It's
It's
in my
so
freezer.
funny
Nice.
that parents they just send you food. Like it's so true. My mom once sent me some kibbeh in the mail.
In the mail.
In the mail.
Freeze dried.
I didn't make it. It was like messed up.
They're
Just
like,
comes
are-
with a letter. You're welcome.
There's a letter. It's like, these are not grenades. But yeah.
Oh yeah,
Habibi,
once
I got you a gift.
yeah, literally.
once I tried taking a thing of Lebanon to the
In the airport?
airport from Chicago.
Are these considered liquids?
No, because it's not a liquid,
No,
right?
they'll take it from you.
But well, here's what happened. So they ended up doing the test on it. They the swipe test and everything
They
because
drug tested it.
Walter White is.
because this is a funny story because it has olive oil in it, right? Because you gotta have the olive oil in there, and when olive oil is refrigerated, you
Are you
guys
talking
know
about
how.
homemade Lebanon?
I think so. Yeah,
Because the one
Because
in
I
the
don't put.
store.
I put the olive oil like when I eat it.
Yeah.
I think my tita had
Your
like.
tata made it.
She
and
made
it-
it, the olive oil
and
in
it's the
it.
olive oil
I
in
think I
it.
know about those.
But the olive oil solidifies and becomes like this green,
It's like
you
a-
know,
yeah.
jelly-like
Yeah.
substance akin to uranium. Uranium, I think. Like it looks sketchy.
I was like, wait, what? I thought you were gonna say like.
What is that?
No, so they literally stopped me. They're like, what the hell is this? I'm like, no, it's Lebanon. I swear. It's zaytun. When you put it in the fridge, it just solidifies. Like, yeah, let me see that. But
They tested the olive
Just
oil.
put it
with,
in the
like,
microwave
little-
real quick.
Yeah.
Trust me.
like, try it. Just have a taste. You know?
The dogs were trying it too. You know?
It's like
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
ice
yeah.
in the back.
Yeah, the dog's like, it's good.
Yeah.
All right, one bite for each of you, but I need to take it home.
No, they literally, yeah, they help
My
me
mama
out.
told me I can share, but only a little bit.
Oh man,
Yo.
I just forgot. We're torturing these guys. Are you practicing Ramadan?
I am.
Okay,
but
so all of you, I'm
yeah.
just torturing you guys talking about food.
No, it's
you know?
it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
no.
Lukhiyya though, that's
Yeah.
where that's where you really you can't travel with lukhiyya.
no.
Yeah,
But I've traveled with some crazy stuff back from Egypt. Like a whole suitcase full of like kahk and like cookies and like gibna fallahi, which is like that's just-
what's gibna fallahi?
It's like it kind of reminds me of like a cottage cheese, but it's like dry.
Mm.
It's like kind of like a feta. I don't even know.
Falahi means farmer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
so-
But like
get it.
that, like you cannot find it here. And like ftir,
Slaps.
anything my teta can put in a suitcase and freeze it, she will do it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like when you're at customs, they're like, "Did you bring back anything from Egypt?" I'm like, "No." Like, what's in the suitcases? Any food? Not the clothing, man. Did you buy anything there?
not at all. That's
Well,
fun.
and I want to ask the crowd, what is the hardest part of Ramadan?
Water. For me personally, like I'm not fasting at the moment because of other stuff.
Yeah.
But
Water.
water for me.
I need it.
Because I I carry that Stanley like genuinely I carry that Stanley like glued to my hand. I'm like such a like I need to hydrate like all the time.
Yeah.
That's the biggest one for me. Like as much as like have you ever seen like those videos that are like girl dinner where they like
Yeah.
eat like two things? Like sometimes that's me. Like I'll just like go to class, I'll get busy, and then I'll just be like, oh, I didn't eat anything today.
Yeah.
Or like I'll just like have a granola bar, but for me it's the water. Like
Yeah.
because I'm such like an
Because you're an
constant
athlete too, you know?
yeah, I'm constantly like drinking water. Like I'll drink like a liquid IV and
Yeah.
good.
yeah.
I mean, with water too, because it's already hard enough to get your water intake on
Yeah.
a regular day, let alone to compress it into like after 7 p.m. before bedtime. You have to
Yeah.
get your water intake for 2 days essentially.
I drink 2 bottles of water right before I go to sleep. Like,
But then you have to wake up and go to the bathroom urgently.
okay.
You gotta time it.
Yogurt's really good for hydration
Yogurt?
too. My mom
Okay.
was like you. My mom, like when I'm at home for school, she'll wake me up. She'll wake me and my sister up. And she'd be like, I'm like, I don't want to eat. She's like, you need to eat your zabadi now. I'm like, okay, mommy.
Do you do suhoor when you're fasting?
Yeah.
Oh, like you wake up or you stay up? Do you change your time schedule or what's your Ramadan?
When I'm at home and mama wakes me up, then mama wakes me
Yeah,
up.
with a
like
little plate. To your
yeah.
breakfast.
like in bed and you're just like sitting there like this.
That's such an Arab kid
No,
experience. Just
right?
getting woken up with a sandwich and a juice and a freaking
Eat this.
yeah, it's like
That's cute.
and you're like sleeping.
Wait, do that again? No, it's
But when I'm when I'm by myself, like I don't sleep early either way. Like I'm very much a night owl. I'll go to bed at like 2. So like if I could push it to like 3 and I have like a late class, then like I'll stay up and
Yeah.
I'll just chug water and eat something small and then
sure.
go to bed.
I mean, if you were in Egypt, it would not be difficult to stay up at all
no,
in
not at all.
Ramadan for the city never freaking sleeps over there.
Absolutely.
What are you
not.
studying?
Mechanical
Wait,
engineering.
you got to answer the question too.
What?
It's the hardest part. You said water is the hardest part of Ramadan.
For yourself
For
as
you.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say I'm trying to think like coffee.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm
Caffeine.
sorry.
Yeah,
I
'cause
can't.
they
I'd
said-
rather-
They said the shaitan is gone, right? During
The
this
shaitan
month.
is,
Yeah, but what does it have to do with coffee?
Coffee.
No, I'm saying like the other things are probably the most difficult. for
Oh
you.
no, I mean
The thoughts.
the what? The thoughts?
the thoughts or like
the evil thoughts.
like the
Oh,
thoughts or like
the
the
thoughts,
thoughts.
yeah.
I said it's projecting. a
No,
little.
because like if you think about it,
We're both Lebanese, okay? We both have the same life.
no,
coffee,
because
coffee is a tough one.
coffee. Yeah, I mean, I think you're saying like they say like the devil is like locked up or whatever. I feel like there is less like thoughts of like you know,
It's
sinful
crazy.
things.
Yeah, it is true.
And like I'm just sitting there like peacefully, like without being whispered to by the devil.
Honestly, I
know?
felt that this Ramadan.
Like more at peace.
Yeah.
So did I.
I felt
more
this
like
clarity.
less being pulled in like different directions. And
Serious.
I just like sit there and I'm like, I wish I could have some coffee, but I can't.
Yeah, you live.
All right, what do I have to do?
I felt like more at peace for Sayyid Ramadan. I swear to God, somebody tested me so bad for Sayyid Ramadan, and I just like answered like so sarcastically, and then I sat there and I'm like, it's Ramadan, like I gotta. But then I was like not even mad about it. Like I just started laughing. Like somebody was literally pressing me out like over text, and I was like, and then I was like, oh, you know what, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean that's the beautiful thing is becoming a better person overall. Like just pushing yourself. Were you gonna say something else, or should I answer mine?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think for me the hardest thing is like truly embodying like what it means to do Ramadan, like past just the food and the water, like really digging deep and trying to like build
spiritual purification.
Yeah, like build the habits that you're supposed to, and like how to find ways to make it sustainable past Ramadan, so I'm not like reverting back to whatever I'm trying to like improve on in the next coming years and months. So yeah, I think just actually like going to the full extent of prayer and like reading the Quran and yeah, avoiding like bad thoughts and talking bad anger,
anger.
Yeah, just the whole package. But it's good.
The anger. You got to be like, listen,
the hangry.
You know I'm
hangry. You just kind of like stand there and you're just like,
yeah.
You know I'm yelling at you because I'm hungry, right?
Yeah.
That's toxic, bro.
We were with Raida from the Pink Hijabi, and we were doing we did a private tour with the Oscar winner's family for the movie, and we took them on the tour bus in Hollywood and showed them the sights and everything. But it's funny because it's a lot of logistics and planning, and she was getting she's a very sweet lady, but also very like mom-like and stern. So at the end of the day, she was just like getting real short with us, and it's like, "Talad, find a restaurant now."
Now.
He's like,
I'm like, Hollywood shawarma, sincerely serious. She's like, okay, is there seating? It's outdoor. That's not gonna work. What are you thinking? I'm like, I'm sorry. And then we ended up like,
I can hear her saying that. Yeah.
She's like, where else? And thankfully, we were right by Pie on Sunset, so we had the bus just drop us off there. But anyway, after she ate.
She was like
an
angel, like the wings like showed behind her.
You're not you when you're hungry.
I feel the same. She was like literally like, I love you guys, right? That's how I feel too when I eat. I'm just like, I love everything and everyone.
Life is so at peace. It's like rainbows and sunshine. I'm on an island now.
For sure.
My first actually experience, again, seeing it from the outside, seeing Egyptian bodybuilder athletes practicing Ramadan is like one of the most insane things that they have, because, you know, obviously bodybuilding is very crazy in itself, and then having to, you know, manipulate your whole entire diet around that and the water and all that is cool. So, you know, you have guys like, you know, going back to the athlete stuff, Egypt is like, has Mr. Olympia, like Big Ramy and stuff like that. So, that was kind of like my first experience seeing athletes having to deal with Ramadan and dealing with that. So I'm sure it's tough for you as well.
Like as an athlete, it really does take a toll on you. Like especially the water. Like you can deal with like a low energy. You know, you could push through it, but like the hydration key of it is like very, because then you're like dealing with like, oh my God, I feel like I'm gonna pass out, or you gotta like. It's like tea time. Like I gotta sit down type thing.
It's funny because speaking of Egyptian athletes, our boy Mo Diplo Mo Salame, he's going to his boxing debut today or tomorrow. He's fighting in Tijuana. And
he's a boxer?
Yeah.
Bro.
And he's been cutting weight and he's been dehydrating himself over the past couple of days while fasting. And he literally our other roommate sent us a video of him almost passing out in the kitchen floor at some point. And
I gotta set up a spar session with him. I didn't know.
Dude, he's going to his professional debut.
He was boxing with Bassem Youssef yesterday.
They were sparring in front of
in the middle of the street.
Yeah, right in front of the improv.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, dude, not bad. We had a fun time with Bassem after the show.
He's a great guy.
But yeah, Mo's boxing debut is in a couple of days. But yeah, it is definitely a balance. You have to still incorporate your daily life
and not eating like crazy. Like that's my biggest thing. Like I be thinking all day, and then you get like these cravings. So like after iftar, you're just like, oh, I want to eat everything. But at the same time, like as an athlete or as somebody who's watching like what they're eating, it's like, okay, like I can't just like.
Yeah.
The temptation is crazy
For
because
sure.
like because the iftar is such a like amazing spread of food and stuff.
I feel like I get full fast.
Yeah, but you get like there'd be like a whole entire like table in front of you, and then you like sit down and like you have like 3 bites, and you're like, damn, I want more, but like I just physically can't.
Because your body gets shocked from like no food, then all of a sudden all the food. But hear me out on this. That first sip of water.
Insane.
Nourishing your veins.
I don't know
Just
about like
hydrating you.
I don't know about sip because the first
Chug.
chug of
It's like
water,
a
I'm like
chug.
chugging the whole thing. What do you mean?
It's like when you
So
feel like,
bad.
you know, when you like drink something hot and like you can feel it go down your body. It's like the water.
You literally feel it like
Oh
hydrating.
man. Well, Olivia,
That first coffee.
This has been great. Do we have any other things that we want to share? Do you have anything to promote?
Oh, not off the top of my head.
Promote yourself.
Promote myself. I'm working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I got a lot of stuff coming up. I gotta just working on a lot of
Give
stuff.
people some inspirational words
message
or something,
to the
you know?
youth, to the young,
To anybody, not even the youth, you know,
to the boomers.
to the to the old people.
Let's switch it up.
Stop staring at me. That's what you say.
Inspire the boomers.
If you're gonna look at me, you get 1 second.
Yeah.
1 second.
No, what was that? Dubai Bling. I don't know if you guys watched it. Safa, she's like the 2 second rule. 1 second you look, it's good. 2 seconds, you're cheating.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's true.
That's inspirational for sure.
Arab men, if you're looking at another woman for more than 2 seconds, you're cheating.
And on that note,
What's wrong with Arab men? What you got against Arab men?
Nothing.
What's the stereotype of Arab men? I don't get it.
They're liars.
I
They're
think we went into
cheaters.
that. Yeah.
What about the Arab
Just
women?
men, I think, right?
They're crazy.
Oh, okay.
No, I was just speaking from experience. As one, you know, demanding.
Self-identifying. Yeah.
Demanding. No, it's-
Crazy, you know.
Olivia Silfies, thank you so much.
Thank you for
And
having me.
yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate you
Appreciate
coming on. This was a dope conversation.
Thank
بالسلامة نورت LA.
Thank
Well,
نورت the studio.
We'll catch you on the next one. Don't make it 3 years though.
you. No, I won't. No, I'll come
Yeah.
back to LA. I love LA.
Sweet.
I'll be back soon.
Sweet.
To get some mukhliya.
I can't wait.
Make sure you go to LA
Are we
Alley.
going to LA Alley tonight or
Yeah,
what?
I mean after your event.
If you
I don't
want.
know if it's open till like 5 in the morning. So
ملوخية
yeah.
كشري all of it.
We'll pull up
Let
for
us
sure.
know.
Some argile and some mukhliya.
Oh, that'd be good.